Okay, hello there everybody. Let me put my hair back. There we go. We are picking my April TBR today, and I'm using a method that I haven't used in a while, so I'm really excited. This should be fun. I am using my Bookopoly board. I made this a while ago, like over a year ago, and I've only used it a few times. So we're going to use it today, and we're going to use it to pick our April TBR. And I'm using this little book as a marker, so let's get rolling. Now, there are just some basic rules that we have to lay down. Sorry for the shadow. There are spots you can see with prompts on them and colors at the top. So these colors correspond to a genre, so that's romance, fantasy, and thriller, and then these spots correspond to these two. So the red is a challenge prompt, which is essentially just picking a random TBR prompt from this jar and picking it from any genre. And then this yellow book is picking a book for my physical TBR. And I just finished a couple days ago putting every single book title into this jar that I own. It's like over 400 books, I think. And so we will be picking a random book for my physical TBR if we land on yellow. Now, we do have the go to jail section here, and jail is over here like regular Monopoly. And typically what the jail is picking a book that I previously DNF'd or soft DNF'd. But since I made this before I decided to just unhaul all the books that I DNF'd, we are going to figure out something else to do with that spot. And we will just figure that out when we get there, really. So let's get going. We have 2 die, and if we roll doubles, we will add one more roll to the game. So we're starting out with 7 rolls equaling 7 books, and then if we end up rolling doubles, then we will be adding another book to my monthly TBR. Really hope we don't roll doubles, but that's what that is. So like I said, let's get going. We're just gonna call that good. Okay, so starting on go. Oh my gosh. Let's roll our first roll. Book 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flowers on the cover. So our first book with flowers on the cover is Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. She is one of my favorite authors. I found her last year, and I am so excited to read every single book she's ever written. And yeah, I started this series. The first one is Long Shot. I think it's called the Hoops series because all the guys play basketball, but I loved Blockshot. Long Shot. So I've been aching to pick up Blockshot, and so we will next month. Okay, let me see if, can you see it? Yes, that works perfectly. Okay, so let's go on to roll number 2 and book number 2. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Under 300 pages. That might be a bit tricky. We are gonna go with Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I am like fairly certain. Yeah, this is definitely under 300 pages. So I am so excited to read this. I honestly was gonna read it this week, but you know what? Like, maybe this is a bit of cheating because I know I'm going to read this as soon as I can. So if I put it on the TBR, that's like a surefire chance that like I'm going to get a book off my monthly TBR. So maybe it's a bit of cheating, but this is officially going on to the monthly TBR. Let's move on to book 3. Oh, I was literally just about to say we haven't gotten doubles yet, even though it's literally only 2 books. Well, we just got doubles. So we're gonna move 4 and then just mentally add another book to the list. So let's do this. 4. Ooh, we got our first prompt. So that is a challenge prompt, which is from this jar right here. So let's see. I wrote these so long ago, like literally over a year ago, so I do not remember what they all are. So it will be really random to me. Okay, it says they're so tiny. A book that Destiny recently read. Now, I am going to check Goodreads, but I'm also going to look on YouTube because she did just post a video, and I just want to cover all my bases because I only want to pick a book that is from my physical TBR. Let's see. She doesn't have anything listed as currently reading. Oh no. Okay, she just read The Favorites. I mean, like, I'm not upset about that because I've really been wanting to read that, so if that's what we gotta do. There we go, The Favorites by Lane Fargo. Again, I'm very excited to get into this. It's a nice big hardcover there. Okay, we've got 3 books so far, and apparently we are reading 8 now, so let's pick the next one. That took way too long to pick that last book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A standalone. Ooh, a standalone. Bad news. So my camera battery died, and I'm really frustrated about that. So now we are using my iPad, which I hate filming on because it is so grainy and it's just a really terrible image. So I sincerely apologize for that. That was my bad, but for not checking the battery beforehand. But this is what we're working with now. And I guess let's just move on. So I'm going to pick By Thread for standalone. Hello? Because I have been really enjoying my billionaire romances lately, and this, I believe, is like a billionaire romance, but he's also her boss. And I know Sarah, Allie, and Destiny all gave this 5 stars, so I'm very excited to see what's it all about. So that is book 4, finally. And let's go on to book 5. Okay. Oh, I thought for a second that was another double. That's not. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A part of a series. Of course we get standalone and then we get a part of a series. Ooh, should I just put Reckless on there because the last book is coming out next month, the month that this TBR is for, and I feel like that would be a smart move because I do want to read it as soon as it comes out. So we're gonna put Reckless on there. I'm so excited to read this. Okay, that was the easiest decision I've ever made. So that's book 5? Yes, so 3 left. It would have been 2, but it's 3. Hopefully it doesn't become 4. That was another very close call. So, okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh! Oh! We have a physical TBR book. Okay. That is this jar right here. It took a lot of pressing these down because this thing is filled to the brim. There's so many books in here. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. I feel like I just have to pick from the top, but I did mix them all before putting them in here. So let's just grab a random one. What does it say? The Modern Fairy Tales? No way! That is so exciting. Oh, of course, it's at the bottom of a stack. Okay, that's fine, you know. That's fine. This is the Modern Fairy Tales. Don't be too not intimidated. Why would you be intimidated? I'm the one who's reading it. This is actually a bind up of all 3 books in this little trilogy by Holly Black. So what are the 3 books? Oh, we have Tith, Valiant, and Ironside. So you can read them. I mean, you can buy them all separately, but I just think that the covers of the books individually are kind of ugly. So I wanted to get this one with the little vines and the butterfly or moth and like the sword thing. I just think this is gorgeous. All right, but that is book 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so 2 more left. Okay, a 4. That's good, I think. 2, 3, 4. Over 300 pages. What? We already have so many books that are over 300 pages. I kind of want to add Savage Fae. I started this in January and as you can see, I did not get very far. Yeah, 90 pages in. Stopped in the middle of a chapter. Don't know what that's all about, but I don't know what it is about this book. I could not get into it. It took me so long to read Dark Fae, which is the first one. But I've been really wanting to jump back into the Solaria universe, so I think is April the month we'll finally finish this book, and hopefully this entire series so that I can get back into Zodiac. That's going on the TBR. And now we have 1 more book left, unless somehow we roll doubles on this roll, which would be so annoying, but hopefully not. Oh my gosh, okay. I really thought the universe was about to do me dirty, but no, we're good. We're good. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A book about books. I think I'm gonna go with 1-star romance because, I mean, he's reading on the cover. I think she's the author and he reads her book and gives it a 1-star review, and then they have to like be in a wedding together. I feel like this could be very interesting. Plus, look at his blush. Like, that is so cute. I already love them. I'm already in love with them. And on the back, we have just the same picture, but with little stars. So these are the 8 books I'm going to be reading in April. I feel like April would be a perfect time to do a 24-hour readathon because I do have a couple days off in the middle of the week. So I think that would be really fun. And then we can just work on reading my monthly TBR. Yay! Okay, so much fun. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for taking a little moment out of your day to watch this and hang out, and I hope you go on to have an amazing, fun, fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!